Well, this is it. Our last mystery pattern, not forever, just from the stack that we started off with. And since it's so close to the end of the year, this is probably going to be the last mystery pattern for 2025. I have a stack of patterns that I bought from an eBay seller out of Vegas. I scored big. I got over 90 patterns, and most of them are from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. So Justin is making, I did go through only 5. Justin wouldn't let me look through any more. He said, if you look through these magazines, then they're not going to be a mystery. So he's been making quick work of getting some patterns worked out for us starting after the new year. So we'll have this pattern here. Then I will upload another one of my own designs. We're almost done. We've almost gotten through a lot of those patterns from my It's Not Knit shop. And then I will see you guys for New Year's. So let's get through this last mystery pattern, number 7. And it says here that it is from summer of 1984. Materials, butcher's meat twine, 272 yards and a size I hook, or 70 yards, 4 skeins of rug yarn and an H hook. Approximate size is 11 by 12. Now, he did say that these are not doilies, so this better not be a doily. What's been blacked out here? The drawstring can be made longer if desired. You may prefer a length to be used for a blank. You must allow a bit more yarn for this. Another drawstring. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it's another bag. It could be one of those tops that was really popular in the 70s and 80s that had a drawstring that went right across the waist. It could be something like that. But nobody is going to be wearing butcher's meat twine as a top, so maybe not. Might be another bag. Worked from the bottom up. All right, let me get some material. I certainly don't have any butcher's meat twine or rug yarn. So I'm going to be using likely just a number 4 worsted weight or Aran weight yarn. I'll be right back. Okay, so yes, I do have, this is Red Heart Super Saver. It looks like the color of twine, kind of. So I'm going to go with this right here. I already pulled a bunch out. So it wants us to start. Here we go. Wants us to start with a chain of 38. Let's get this out of the way too. That way nothing in the background will cause the camera lens to blur. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. Oh, and I grabbed an I 5.5 millimeter hook. I'm going to go ahead and chain 38. I will be right back. Okay, there are my 38 chains made, and it does say right here to make 2. Just like the last pattern, I think we have a bag. It's a drawstring, make 2. Okay, it says row 1, single crochet in second chain from the hook. Okay, and across, making 37 single crochet. Okay, I'm going to do this really quick, and I will be right back. All right, there we go. 37 single crochet. Now for row 2, it says to single crochet across, chain 1 and turn. Okay, so work 1 more row of single crochet. It doesn't say back loop or anything like that. Row 3, repeat row 2, and then chain 2 and turn. Okay, so I'm going to work a total of 2 more rows of single crochet. So for a total of 3, I should say. So this is 1 row, then row 2 and row 3 are all 3 single crochet. So I will be right back whenever I have a total of 3 rows of single crochet worked. Okay, there we go, a total of 3 rows of single crochet. Now it says to chain 2 and turn, and here we go, chain 2. For row 4, skip the first stitch, 36 double crochet. Oh, that's supposed to be my first double crochet right there. Okay, y'all know I'm not the biggest fan of a chain for a double crochet, but it's okay. Because if we have to make 2 halves and sew them together like the last pattern, then it doesn't matter because it's just going to be part of being sewn in, so it don't matter. So 1 single crochet in each stitch. Yeah, 36 double crochet. I didn't mean to say single, I meant to say double. The chain 2 counts as the first stitch, it says. I guess I could have read on. Total of 37 double crochet across. And then chain 1 and turn. So I'll be right back. I'm going to work these double crochet all the way to the end. Okay, there we go. And now for row 5, single crochet, in first stitch. Okay. At first I thought it said single crochet in first treble. I'm like, I didn't work any trebles. Okay, so single crochet in first stitch. Then it says to work a treble crochet in the next. Okay. And then it says to repeat across, ending with a single crochet. Chain 1 and turn. So single crochet into this stitch here, and then a treble, then a single. Okay, that's creating some texture. All right, I'm going to repeat this all the way across. I will be right back. Okay, there we go. Now for row 6, half double crochet in the first stitch, half double crochet, inserting the hook to the left of the treble in previous row and through the back loop of the double crochet in row 4. Okay, so let's at least start with the half double crochet in the first stitch. Then a half double crochet to the left of the treble and through the back loop of the double crochet. Well, that's the double crochet right there. That's the back loop of it. Okay. And then here we have a single crochet. I guess we repeat. Okay. Same stitch that was worked in this forms a puff and closes the gap made by the treble. See photo. I can't. Repeat to end of row. Okay, so the single crochet gets a half double. And then here we are at another treble. And I'm going to go into the top, and there is the back loop of the double crochet. See, there's the double crochet right there. There's the back loop of it right there. Okay. At least it's not inaccessible. There's the single crochet. And then there it is right there. Okay. I thought it was going to be complicated, but it's actually easier than it sounds because that back loop sticks out. It's just right there, right there. Right there. It just sort of presents itself, doesn't it? Okay. Top, and there we go. Look at that really pretty design it's creating, and then it's kind of opening these up a little bit too, almost like Roman columns. Not columns. Columns. Hey, is it just me? I know I was born after this show was even a thing. I watched every episode of Dark Shadows. I loved it. In fact, they're all available on Amazon Prime, like for free. Like if you pay for Prime, then you can watch it on Amazon Prime for free. I was obsessed with it in my 20s and in my early 30s. I just watched every episode. I couldn't watch them all in my 20s because they weren't all available. Like the ones that turn to color, where they go back in time, were not available. But in my 30s, I was finally able to watch it. I found a YouTube channel that was showing all of them, including the color ones. So I watched it on Amazon before, not Amazon, on YouTube, before YouTube cracked down on copyright content like that. And now it's available on Amazon for free. The full original series and all of the sub-series. So the one about, oh goodness, what is her name? I haven't watched it in so long, the names are eluding me. Victoria Winters. So there's one that's all about Victoria Winters, like a whole spin-off show. And then there's like another one where they're in like this dystopian, nightmarish existence. I can't remember that one. Almost as if they go to the future. I think they do. They go to the future. Well, anyways, I love that show. And every time I hear the name Collins, I can't help but think of that show. I really can't. I think it's so cool. Now I want to watch it. Now I literally want to watch it like right now. And it's crazy because every time I want to watch it, I want to do laundry too. Because when I was in my 20s and first started watching it, it was the show that kept me company while I was doing laundry, like folding my laundry and stuff on the couch for 2 young kids and everybody in the house. Okay, there we go. There's that whole row done. Okay, now it says repeat rows 3 through 6 4 more times. Chain 1 and turn. Should have 22 rows at this point, and then we move on to row 23. So row 3 was repeat row 2. So okay, so row 3 is single crochet, then chain 2. Okay, so single crochet across and then chain 2. I'll be right back. I'm going to work this to the end. Okay, worked my single crochet, chain 2, and then this row is the double crochet row. So working double crochets all the way to the other end. Come on now. Okay, I'll be right back. Looks pretty cool so far. I love it. It's very textured. Okay, there we go. And now a repeat of row 5. And I remember that one because that's the single crochet, then treble crochet row. So single crochet, and then in the next stitch, the treble crochet. I had fun making this row, so I remembered it. I actually enjoy the half double crochet row too. Popping into these stitches right here. Yeah, kind of fun. Look what that's creating. I like textured work like this a lot. It makes it interesting and not so kind of boring, you know? Sometimes crochet can get a little boring when it's very plain and repetitive. I like sampler type stuff a lot. Okay, I'm going to finish working this row all the way to the end. And I remember the next row is going to be the half double crochet row. I believe it is. And that'll be row 6. I'll be right back. Okay, and then row 6 is the half double crochet row. So it says half double crochet into the first stitch. And then into the top and down into the back loop. Then into the single crochet and into the top and through that back loop. Single crochet and then here on into there. All right. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and repeat this until I have a total of 22 rows made. and then I'll come back and we have a bit more to do. There's going to be 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 30 rows total. So we've got a bit more to do. Okay, there we go. I'm at 22 rows. This is row 22, so it ended on the half double crochet row. So now it says rows 23 through 25 work single crochet stitches. So row 23, 24, and 25. So the next 3 rows are going to be just single crochets. Okay, this pattern so far has been very, very easy, which is a nice change of pace. Not that I'm adverse to a challenging pattern, but whenever the majority of the patterns you work are challenging, it's nice to get an easy one, you know? It almost feels like a day off. Okay, I'm going to work these 3 rows of single crochet, and I will be right back. Well, this video is going to be a quick one compared to the last one. It was 1 hour and 8 minutes. This one's going to be quick, isn't it? Okay, there we go. 3 rows of single crochet done. And now it says right here, chain 1, turn, single crochet. Oh, okay. Well, why didn't they just say 4 rows of single crochet and then chain 2? All right, 1 more row of single crochet. That could have just said 4 rows of single crochet and then chain 2, turn. 1 more row of single crochet, then chain 2 and turn. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, now our total of 4 rows are done, and it wants us to chain 2. And it says, skip the first double crochet in next 2 stitch. Oh, double crochet in next 2 stitches. So skip this stitch and then double crochet into the next 2 stitches. Okay. And then continue across. This forms row for drawstring. Oh, it's so a bag. So chain 1, skip 1. Okay, so skip 1 and then 2 double crochet in the next 2 stitches. Chain 1, skip 1, 2 double crochet. Okay, so on the end here, I have 3 stitches, so I guess I'm just going to work 2 over the last 2. Okay, there's that. It's kind of trying to lean this way, like that a little bit. So I keep stretching it to correct it. All right, the next row is, okay, row 28 and 29 is 37 single crochet across. And then chain 1 and turn. I'm telling you, this is a really easy pattern. Oh, I am enjoying this. Okay, I'm going to work these 2 rows of single crochet and then I will be right back. Okay, there we go. And row 30 says to slip stitch into each of the 37 single crochet. Okay. I'm going to do these loose because every time I've done a slip stitch row tight, I have thoroughly regretted it. All right, so I'm going to work these slip stitches then all the way to the end. And then it says to put the 2 sides together. So I actually have a little bit of homework to do. Let's look at the drawstring. with 2 strands of yarn, chain 115, fasten off. Well, that's easy. All right. I guess I can make the drawstring too. It's just 2 strands of yarn work together, and then you just chain 115 and fasten off. That's the whole drawstring. So I'm going to make the drawstring off camera as well. I guess I can finish this slip stitch row with you. Well, how's every little thing? How's the folks? How's things going? You guys got to check out my other channel. Since I can't do the bites anymore, I'm back on there just sort of yammering away to the camera. So I changed the name of that channel. It's now just called Karina on Camera. Very creative, right? Anyways, it's just me talking into the wind, basically. I just talk and share a little bit about myself or my day. It's no big deal. It's not going to hurt my feelings if you don't go over there. But if you like hanging out with me, that's a good place to do it. Also, I have merch now. At the end of this video, you'll see a little ad I created for my merch, and it's not through Teespring. Two of you were so awesome to recommend fourth wall, so I have created a fourth wall. So it's going to be quality stuff, not Temu quality like from Teespring. I just do not care for Temu. I just do not care for Teespring, or they call themselves Spring now. I guess they sold to other people, and the quality just went down. The shirts are just not good. The prints are not good. The sweaters are awful and tight. Ugh. I did create a merch shop well over a year ago through Spring, and I ordered myself some samples, and I immediately shut the shop down whenever I got the samples. And I'm like, I am not putting this out for people to spend money on. Absolutely not. So I shut that down before it could even get one sale. Thank goodness nobody bought anything off of it, because it was live on my channel for like, I don't know, 2 weeks. So no one bought anything in 2 weeks. That's perfectly fine by me. But it took them a little while to get the bits of the samples that I ordered. And that's another thing. The shipping is just terrible. They have terrible logistics, terrible customer service. Nobody ever answers the phone over there. Nobody ever answers an email over there. It's just not good. Somebody recommended Fourth Wall. I guess Fourth Wall is created by content creators for content creators. So it's really quality stuff. And so I'm super excited that I have signed up with Fourth Wall and created my own website. And I now have merch, quality merch. Okay, you'll see an ad for that at the end of this video. Just to warn you, you can skip it if you don't want to watch it. That's perfectly fine. All right, let's see. It says here now to cut. All right, I need to make a second panel and a drawstring. So should I make the No, I'll make the drawstring afterward. Okay, well, I'm going to make a second panel just like this, and then a drawstring, and I'll be back, and we will sew everything together. Okay, there we go. 2 panels made. Now it says place the 2 sides together, wrong side out, and single crochet around 3 sides to join. Okay, well, you know, this is always kind of... I don't know about you guys, but whenever the edge isn't very like consistent, it's always kind of to crochet around that. Not the funnest thing in the world to do. Okay, I wrapped all my yarn up. Thought I was done. Oh, as far as the drawstrings go, I didn't double up. It said to make 2. I just used single strands because it was so thick. I imagine what I'm using might be thicker than what they originally used. All right. I mean, this will probably be easier to just sew it shut. because of how inconsistent the stitching is. So I'm just going to do my best to find stitches that match. I'm going to weave this tail here in along the way. I think there and there. And I think these two right here. All right, so I'm going to do this all the way down. Along the bottom should be pretty easy. And then back up this side. I'll be right back. Okay, it's all sewn together. I will admit, I still wish I had just done it with a darning needle. I struggled to keep the these parts right here lined up, and it didn't. This side right here is in better shape than this side. I do wish I had done it with a darning needle. So if you go to make this bag, maybe use a darning needle. Okay, I'm not exactly sure because they wanted us to do 2 of these, so I made 2. And I don't know how they're meant to be weaved in, but my guess would be on this side all the way through, and then another one on this side so that you can pull them like this. So that's what I'm going to do using my darning needle. And I'm just going to start at the join. Yeah, it's just, it didn't line up very well. It's a little bit disappointing. Okay, I'm going to weave these through. Yeah. Ooh, I went into a stitch on that one. Try that again. I'll try to be more careful. I need to slow down. Okay. Yeah, I think I do need to come all the way around. I've got more on this side than I do on this side, so I'm going to pull that a little bit. All right, that's even enough. And now on this side, take the next drawstring and do the same thing. Ooh, I went through the stitches again. I didn't even notice I did that. Got to be a little more careful, huh? Oh my goodness. I went through the stitches again. I didn't even think I did. I didn't feel it. Now I know I didn't that time. I'm just going to take this really carefully. Yeah. I don't know why I said I'm going to take this really carefully. I'm going to do this really carefully and take my time. That's what I meant to say, but the brain wasn't computing. The words were there, they just didn't come out right. Well, this will let you know immediately if you didn't get it just right. Imagine you only got to do it once, so Best to just take your time and be careful and not do like what I did and try to rush it. I'm going to come over the top here. Almost there. That's that. And again, I've got it pulled too much onto one side. Well, that's okay. So I think what I'm going to do is tie these two ends here together. Actually, I'm going to tie them through the crochet. And I'm just going to cut this. Didn't get that very even. That's okay. And then do the same over here. And then we should be able to just, yes. All right, now it's time to unmask it and see how things are meant to look. Okay, it's called the Everything Handbag by Miss William J. Maddock Sr. It's number 7, and there it is. And it was so easy. I mean, I had all the confidence in the world that I was doing it correctly. So this is the Everything bag. Okay, well, I tell you what, such a cute little bag, such an easy pattern. I can go ahead and put this in the Etsy shop. I think that'll be nice if you want to pick that up, and you can make the Everything bag all the time. Look at that. Just fill it with stuff. I'm going to put some stuff in it. Okay, so I painted a scenario in my head. We're going to go to a hotel for the weekend, and I just want a whatever bag. So spare reading glasses, my AirPods for you never know what, couple of different lip glosses, my face lotion, something I can quickly grab, my face oil and eye cream, and some deodorant, and a hat in case I want to go out but it's a little chilly. And that's just a whatever bag. One that you kind of keep right by the lamp in the room, and it's got whatever you might need in it, right there. And of course I'm filming with my cell phone, but I could also put my phone in here, and maybe I don't feel like wearing my watch, but I want to take it along. Get it down in there. Boom. Could probably tie it too, just to keep it secure. I said you could probably tie it. I mean, obviously, it can be tied. And there you go, just a whatever bag. Or the Everything bag. Okay, guys, that's it. Again, I'll make this pattern available on the Etsy shop. And thank you, Miss William J. Maddock Sr. This is a pattern from a magazine from summer of 1984. I couldn't possibly tell you what magazine it was, unfortunately. But at least we have the designer's name. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.